Let's take a moment here. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. Wow. Hello guys, I'm MankoMan and this is Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc Episode 4. And for once, I want to get right into the episode because I'm super excited. The most important event that happened in the previous episode is that Zenitsu got captured by Upper Moon 6. Her name is Daki. And something I found hilarious when I was watching YouTubers react to that episode is that so many people thought that both the women who appear in the video, not the video, the episode, like the women in the first woman in like the black and white segment, and then the elder of the house, so many people thought both of them are the same person, even though they're like completely different character designs. They're completely different periods that the show specified. Like the other one was like hundreds of years ago, and this one was 3 or 2 days ago. And yeah, I mean, I just found that funny that people mistook that. Of course, there were people who found it right. What I'm saying is that I'm superior, bitch. I'm the superior reactor. So you subscribe to me because I give better insight than all the other people. Anyway, I'm just going to get right into this video now. I'm actually pretty fresh and giddy right now because usually I would be super tired by this point because I had to upload 2 videos, record 2 videos on Sundays, Mushoku Tensei and this. So I'm sad that Mushoku Tensei is over, but I'm also happy that I can focus entirely on Demon Slayer now. Episode 4 in 3, 2, 1, now. This Oiran has more to her than meets the eye, for sure. Very, very young children. The drastic difference between her and the other one. I'm just going to adjust the camera because I'm stupid and didn't think about this earlier. There we go. That should be better. Those look, the detail is fucking insane. Why is... Okay. I don't understand why she's given so much screen time and so much importance. There's probably more to her than meets the eye, I think. I don't care, I'm just gonna enjoy the opening. I have been listening to this song on repeat for the past week. Okay. Okay, I see what you did there. It's the same guy. I love Aimer. I just love her. And there's another demon. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to break down in the opening because there's actually more to it than meets the eye, especially after watching the previous episode. Well, Do you want to die, woman? Everybody knows, but what can I do? Oh, yeah. This and this are completely different things. The fuck is up with your vascularity, man? Do you have varicose veins? Zenitsu dies, Tanjiro and Inosuke leave. End of the arc. Osan. I checked and he's, what, 23 years old? I don't either. Okay. Exactly. When did this happen? Probably after final selection, right? It's not at his house. They are dead. Every time Zenith is on screen, no, Inosuke is on screen, his theme subtly plays in the background. Like every single scene, the music is just perfect for every single scene. Why is she getting so much importance? Is she a demon too? Is she also a demon? Okay, never mind. Sumi-chan, seriously? Everyone? Are you going to commit Ashinuke? Or are you being bought by someone? Okay. Who would want even me? Fuck, my camera is a bit tilted now. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Still calling him Sumi-chan. Now, will you show your true colors? Okay, never mind. Oh no. Fuck. That's kinda sad. Wow. That's a CGI Tanjiro. I'm gonna look at that cut again. Wait, okay. I was wondering who Soichiro was. Okay. That woman is traumatized for life. Was that his wife? They were both masters of the house, right? So it probably was his wife. His swords are connected by like a chain. So it's like, is it going to be like a nunchuck sword? God damn. He's gone. That's so cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Epic. Gotta watch that again. Yeah, that's a blood demon art, I guess. Upper demon, man. You got a plan? You just can't feel it. This is so good. Oh no. Did she die? Okay. That is a dope ass Blood Demon art. Does she have a technique development, or is that pretty sure many women are gonna be pretty angry about that? Akaza used something called technique development. I wonder if she can do it. God damn, my sword would be extremely hard fighting her. Is the episode ending? It is. Fuck you. Fuck you. This sounds much more like a Fate song than the opening. Like this, you could just take this music and put it in Fate. I don't. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's over. Okay. That's a really good episode, like every other episode so far. Next episode, it's obviously going to have a lot of action, but I don't think it's going to be the ending of this arc or anything, because we still haven't gotten to see anything from Tengen's wives. So it should be kind of weird if they just end the show or end the arc without showing anything from them. I don't think they'd do that. They would want to show something. The wives are going to have I hope, a pretty significant role. And we also haven't seen that second demon that appears in the opening. Let me just check that out now. There it is. Well, that is a thin demon. Got a thin waist. Like, what are those weapons though? Double daggers? He's got something written in his eyeball. Is he an upper moon? He's one of the 12 Kizuki. and all of the lower moons are dead. So I guess we get another upper moon. I'm just mad that I spoiled myself now. I'm sorry if I spoiled you too. I guess I'll put a spoiler warning there for anime onlys. Um, yeah, I'll do something like that, I guess, because I think that's pretty significant. And this explosion is probably Nozomu-Abe, right? Looks a bit like Nozomu-Abe's explosion. Um, anyway, another thing, just a funny thing in the opening is here. Inosuke is crashing into some guy, and okay, I'm up for it. It's funny. Actually, I want to check something else then. Was it the previous episode, when Inosuke is just charging through and hits a bunch of people? Is he hitting the same person? Okay, he's crashing onto someone who's wearing blue bottoms and like a grayish top with a diamond on the back. Okay, it's not the same guy. Missed opportunity. Like they could just suddenly show that this guy got hit again, which would have been funny, but nah, they didn't do that. Uzui is as fast as fuck, maybe even faster than Rengoku. Rengoku was really fast. He was keeping up with Akaza, and this is what I was talking about. This man's vascularity is off the charts. His veins have their own shadows. I mean, those are some vascular fucking arms. Holy shit. And his swords, they are connected by a chain. I didn't notice that before. I did notice it, but I just forgot to talk about them. So, would he like use them like nunchucks? That would be super cool if he could. Or maybe he's just. I want to see how the chains are utilized in action, because he is a dual wielder like Inosuke. And his swords look very weird. They are not traditional Japanese katana. They're far more wider. They're probably far more heavier. Makes sense because he's built like a tank. He could handle the weight. The weight for power would actually make sense in his case. And he wraps his swords up just like Inosuke. So he could actually be a good influence to Inosuke as far as, studying the sword goes, learning the sword. And we know who she eats now. She eats the pretty ladies. The pretty ladies when they're about to leave the district, because, well, everyone's just gonna think that they left. And maybe to tie up loose ends, she also kills and eats everyone, all the people who are going to buy her. So yeah, there's that. But of course, maybe doesn't really matter. They would just think that she committed Ashinoke, right? Where's the cut? Here it is. This is all CGI. Yeah, this is all CGI. This is 2D. And the next cut. Yeah, here, this is full CGI. It's not bad. Everything here is a CGI. The super background is, I mean, not really super background, just a background. The background is an illustration. Pretty sure it's not rotating. Yeah, the background is probably just an illustration. If that is CGI, I would be impressed. And Tanjiro here, his face looks a bit weird because he is CGI after all. But it's pretty decent integration. I wonder why they would do that though. Just for this small cut. Yeah, it definitely looks quite a bit weird. Maybe they did it for the rotation. Yeah, they're rotating it. So if Tanjiro was 2D in that rotation, it would be much harder to animate. Like you have to animate him frame by frame for every single rotation. Cause that's why rotations in 2D and background animation is so. I mean, I really appreciate it when animators do that, because they're going out of their way to make the scene look better, just by sheer effort. And yeah, this just makes me wonder how many rotation scenes in Ufotable probably uses CGI, and how many elements are probably CGI. Like this was very hard to notice. I didn't notice it was CGI until I saw Tanjiro's face. When I saw Tanjiro's face, it was very obvious that he is CGI. He's in CGI over here, but yeah, Like in Rengoku versus Akaza, there are a bunch of rotation cuts. What if most of that is CGI? Like, I don't care personally. I wouldn't say that they're cheating by using CGI. To me, the final product is the only thing that matters. And Rengoku versus Akaza looked amazing, except for the when Rengoku uses the fifth form, Flame Tiger. That didn't look too good. That just looked like a CGI fest. It looked like stuff that you'd see in old Mahabharata shows in Indian television. Didn't look very good. Like they overused the CGI digital effect there a bit, but the rest of the fight, it looked incredible. Here, it's very noticeable that he's in CGI. And Inosuke is going off the fucking rats. It's so weird. That woman is scarred for life. I mean, yeah, if Demon Slayer humor, it's working. I'm happy it is. And this segment with Tengen running, this is very cool, right? Is that CGI? That is definitely not CGI. This is 2D Tengen. Right? I mean, obviously, there are so many smears here. I wonder who animated this. Definitely some big name animator. Like, you can't just do that. I want to look at the background again, though. This is the one that's close to him, the one that he was on at that point. That's CG. Okay, it's all CG. They made a CGI village. Not for this shot, obviously they reuse assets, but in this shot it looks particularly impressive. No one's doing that other than Ufotable, man. And this I wasn't expecting. Subversion of tropes. Demon Slayer does that sometimes, and they do it pretty well. With Rui, for example. Rui would have been my last pick for Lower Moon 5, whatever his number was. But I wasn't. It was very hard to tell if he is Lower Moon 5 until the very end. Towards the end, like you could tell he's Lower Moon. He's the one who's in the 12 Kizuki. But until then, we didn't know that. And now, boom, he's looking for Koinatsu, and she's just there. That is dope. And just a slow pan up shot. Because why not, right? Why not? Wow. Let's take a moment here. Let's take a moment to appreciate that. Wow. Huh. Like, I'd gladly let her kill me. I'd gladly let her eat me up. But obviously, in my case, she'd probably be just like, oh, you're ugly as fuck. Now die. And she just drop me from a height and kill me. She won't even eat me, I'm sure. But yeah. She was surprised here. Let that person go. Wait, what? Are you ordering me around? I'm not into that kind of play. I am, but only with Muzan, not with you. There was a solid pause there. That's full CGI. And in this cut, it is not animated until here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. That's it. 5 frames. You might think, wow, that looks so animated. But that is Ufotable doing Ufotable things. Because there's no 2D animation here. CGI. Her belt, Obi, it's CGI. The background, CGI. Here the background seems like CGI or illustration, I can't tell. And till this point, it is just zooming in with the CGI background, so it feels like there's motion. And only here, there are individual 2D drawn frames. So it's like 2 whole scenes and 5 frames, 5 drawings for 2 scenes. But it feels super animated. And this, again, this is probably, I'm willing to bet that this is just a CGI model. This is the same CGI Tanjiro model. We can't tell if it's CGI or if it's 2D because it's so blurred. But why would they use 2D there? And that's CGI smoke there, CG smoke more, CG smoke. So the entire idea of Ufotable is to make their job of the animators, 2D animators, easier. by using digital effects and CGI. And this whole scene, that was a very good example. You just saw how much of that scene was CGI, and they just had to draw 5 frames. So that's how much, right? Wait a minute. Starting from here, that's one drawing. That's 5 extra drawings, 6 drawings. So those 3 scenes, 6 drawings, but all the 3 scenes, they're super dynamic, and it feels like there's a lot of movement, even though they're actually only drawing 6 drawings. There are only 6 frames, 6 individual frames of drawings. And yeah, if you make your animator's job easy using digital effects, that's the best thing. Again, Nezuko's voice actor, fucking incredible job. Wow, her boobs. It looks like one boob is over the other because you usually need like a half line to show that the boobs are squished and not one over the other, but they just drew it like it's one over the other. But again, I think it's playing with perspectives here. Man, just the zoom in shot with CGI. Again, this lot of blurring this season. But the blurring is just to hide CGI. It's not to hide 2D the fucking way, the way Attack on Titan final season did in Mappa. Like, just gorgeous details, all of it just lost because you're blurring the scene. Here, blurring is done really well. Wait, I think even the box is CG. Is the box CG? I think so. I think Nezuko, the box that Nezuko is in, that's in CGI. Or maybe it's part of illustration there. Her Obi is 100% CGI all the time. I'm not breaking down anything here. I'm just staring at her ass. I apologize. And yeah, Tanjiro does a very good job holding his own here. You probably wouldn't expect him to, but he does. And again, this is just wallpaper worthy. This is super good looking. This, actually, I can just use that for thumbnail, right? Hopefully it's visible enough to understand what's going on. I mean, people who watch the episode are going to watch this. So are the ones that are going to watch this, so they see that they should know what they're watching. Wait, let me see that. No titty jiggle. I'm disappointed. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has spoiled me. Now I need titty jiggle with every woman that has tits. So she's pretty skilled at wielding her obi. So she just merges them and attacks Tanjiro with it. Pretty dope. Damn, these digital effects, dude. Great fucking job, Yuichi Terao. I thought that was CGI Tanjiro for a second, but no. You can tell. Like the way it moves, it's not CGI. And there he finally gets a slash in. I could also use this as the thumbnail, but the other one looks better. And yeah, a little bit of trouble. You can see her face here. I promise you, I'm looking at her face, not her side boob. You can see that she's getting frustrated now. Tanjiro is really strong, just not Hashira level. So to remove the blood demon art, I guess they'll have to kill her, right? And only then the clothes will return to the original form. And her thing, did it grow back? They don't really animate it growing back or anything. See a blood at the tip there, and yeah, we don't have that any longer. So it's just like an extension of her body. You saw it bleed. You saw the OB bleed. So it's part of her blood demon art. Makes sense because, you know, blood demon art. So it will only be removed when she's dead, I think. If there's so with Zenitsu just not do much this season because he's also trapped somewhere in that obi. And what Zenitsu was not Zenitsu, what Inosuke was chasing, it literally was just a piece of obi. It was not the demon. If it was the demon, she she would just capture Inosuke too, right? Like why wouldn't she just capture Inosuke at that point? It was just that she was just not there. She got away immediately, and then the only piece of her that was left was the obi containing Tengen's wife, one of Tengen's wives. So Inosuke should kind of be glad that she wasn't actually there, because if she was, Inosuke is getting fucked too. So Tengen should be coming anytime now. Wow, she's so pretty. I would not make a good demon slayer. I would really not make a good demon slayer. I would just look at her and go, do I really have to kill her? Would it be just nicer if she could kill me? I just offer myself up to her. You might think I'm a simp, but I only simp for 2D characters. In real life, I have no sexual interest with any woman. No. But 2D women, they hit different. Anyway, pretty hyped for next episode. Next episode, well, Tengen will probably join the battle, but I don't think it's going to end. As I said, most characters have not done shit. Tengen's wives, we haven't even met 2 of them. So the ending of the fight, it's definitely not going to be the next episode. So I don't know how they're gonna extend it. I'm expecting her to escape, but they know exactly who she is and exactly where she's from. So they can't really stretch it over more. I wonder how they'll stretch it. Anyway, I want to look at who animated some of these cuts because some of them did look really good. Some of them just looked amazing. Wait, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba series. That's better. Okay, it's... Okay, Tanjiro versus Daki right there. It's presumed in Sakugaboru as a cut by Kazuhiro Miwa. I don't really believe that. Not saying that was bad or anything, but I expect more from Kazuhiro Miwa. He's one of the top animators in the industry currently. So yeah, it's presumed, so it makes sense. And most of it was just CGI. Like as I said, Daki's obi is always CGI. The effects were pretty much all CGI there, which makes no sense for a Kazuhiro Miwa scene. He excels at effects animation. It would be like having a Nozomu Abe scene and having the effects as CGI. It makes no sense. Or what else? What was the other guy? I forgot his name. The one who just always does effects animation. I forgot his name. He did effects animation for most sequences in Attack on Titan. So yeah, it would be like having his scene, but the effects animation be in CGI. So I don't think that's Kazuhiro Miwa, not a chance. Kazuhiro Miwa, if he did animate in this episode, it's probably the scene where Tengen is running. And also, he's presumed here because I guess he was in the credits. He was credited for it. So it's very nice to see Kazuhiro Miwa work on Ufotable now. He has worked once. He did, what's that scene? Hinokami Kagura Clear Blue Sky in Demon Slayer movie, which obviously looked incredible, but that was easy to tell that it's him because his fire animation and his smears, you can tell it's him. As I said, he excels at effects animation, and this scene, entire scene just didn't look like Kazuhiro Miwa. I don't know why, I don't know who presumed it as Kazuhiro Miwa, but I don't think it is. And if it is, I'd be surprised because that's pretty bad for a Miwa cut. I'm not making fun of the animator or anything. This is a meme in the Sakuga community. You just look at a Miwa cut and you say, this is pretty bad for a Miwa cut. And honestly, though, this by Miwa standards, this is actually pretty bad. So actually wondering who did that. And Tengen running scene, I bet that was actually Kazuhiro Miwa. That said, that's pretty much it. Uzui is going to join the battle. We're going to get another upper demon versus what the fuck was his name? Hashira scene, and it's going to be incredible. And I'm sure that after Daki's dead, Muzan's going to be like, heh, also fucking useless, get fucked, bitch. So that's going to be epic when he does that. Maybe he'll do that before Daki's even fully dead, so she'll feel like extra bad when she dies. Because yeah, Muzan, you can tell he's like an extremely fickle and manipulative guy, right? He who strikes fears in others is himself continuously in fear. And Muzan is the perfect example of that. That is a quote by Claudius Claudianus. It is one of the things that I learned while playing CSGO. The other thing being, people online can be some gigantic assholes, I'm telling you. But yeah, Muzan is fickle, he's super manipulative. You can see that he's manipulating every demon the right way. Like with Akaza, he knows how to push Akaza's buttons. Akaza is extremely loyal. So, and it's not about scaring him, it's just saying that he's disappointed in him. And Akaza will do anything for Muzan's sake. All the upper demons probably do that, but the way Muzan talks to each and every one of them is very different. Like with Daki, he's just doing more like a sugar daddy role. He's manipulating her love and not loyalty. That's what he's doing with Akaza. So yeah, super manipulative guy. With the lower demons are not weak, but according to him, they're weak. And for them, he controlled them with fear. And yeah, that's just a little bit of an extra characterization for Muzan. We still haven't gotten his backstory or anything, so we can't talk about. I really can't judge him as a character yet, but just from everything we've seen so far, Muzan, very good character. But this is stuff that happened in the previous episode though, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you next week with episode 5 of Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc. Until then, keep moving forward, destroy your enemies, not your dick.